Nickeil, how advantageous is being home for this extended stretch? I know the hiccup Saturday, but just to have this stretch of just being here in the Twin Cities for the week?
Can't really put a price or and a value on sleeping in your own bed, especially being on the road so much. That comfort of being in your own home, having your family around, all those things are invaluable. And to me, it's huge, especially for us, to build momentum. You know, in the playoffs, so one thing you want to have is home court advantage, and that allows us to continue to work on areas that we struggled in while being in the comforts of our home and working on ways to that.
Nickeil, how do you just see where this team is at right now? I mean, you've been playing better, it seems like overall. Obviously, not the result you wanted on Saturday, but just in terms of trying to climb the table like that and get into that conversation for home court advantage and those things, just your chances right now.
I think we're doing really well. I think, with the exception of Saturday, and also that being a real first game with a bunch of injuries, like so far, our best ability has been our availability. And it hurt not having our main guys, but all season guys have stepped up. Jaden played amazing, Rudy did his job. We just didn't get a few shots to go, a few stops that we needed. 2 possessions differently, that game goes a different way, and now we're looking at possibly tying for 6. So I think it's about our perspective and our paradigm into the next few games, but also controlling what we can, trying to take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of us. Like one, we have an opportunity to put together a few home games and stack some wins together. We were just on a win streak, and I think we can build that back up. But having Ant back is going to help us. Everyone's ready to go, and we're just going to do what we can.
What can you learn, whether as individuals or as a team, when you have guys go down, other guys have to step up into different roles, take on more responsibilities? What does that give you an opportunity to do as a team that maybe before you were able to do yourselves?
You got to grow. You got to be put in positions that are going to be uncomfortable, positions that may be unfamiliar. For me, it's not unfamiliar. I think when you date back to like my early New Orleans days, those are games where I've played in and done well, and multiple times have had high scoring games. So I think it was just about being prepared for those. That's why you work hard. That's why I train specifically. Whenever I'm needed, for my name to be called upon and I can be effective for this team. I know everyone in this gym, when they work out, they don't just work out for the hell of it. I believe everyone is working out to help us for one, but also themselves as individuals to become better players. And that moment arose, and it's going to continue to arise. We got guys out. Since Dante's been out, we've seen what Rob's been able to do. He's been staying in the gym. He's been dedicated, and people love him. And we see why. He's been effective and helpful for us.
What have you made of the many trades, but especially Luka, the big trade?
Just a lot of surprise. You know, shock. Came out of nowhere. If it was random, you know the NBA. So sometimes trades aren't as spur of the moment as you think, and sometimes they are. So I think for me, it was just like wondering how spur of the moment was it, and like if it wasn't, then it's pretty impressive that no one knew till that very moment.
Where were you Saturday night when you heard the news?
I was just at home, trying to shake off that loss.
Just like, are you checking your phone? Like, is this real?
No, I don't have Twitter on my phone. So when I got the text, I remember our group chat was just wondering if Shams had gotten hacked. I thought it was pretty funny that he had to follow up with a tweet saying, yes, this is real. Like, to me, that just shows you how much of a shock it hit everybody. Yeah.
You've been traded at the deadline before, with the deadline looming this week. Does that change anything for you personally, or is it just another game or two?
Another game or two. At this point, I'm numb to it. It's a business. I've done my part, and I'm just going to continue to do my part. I feel like grateful for any opportunities I have. I'm grateful for Minnesota and all that they've done for me since I've gotten here. So the business calls, and it's unfortunate. I love it here, but you got to do what you got to do. You got to be able to adapt in this league, and that's what's going to continue to propel guys forward is how quick can you adapt, can you adjust. Being versatile, adapting is something that I've laid my hat on and found a niche in. So,
Nickeil, obviously surprises can happen, but can you usually have a feel within a team of like, hey, something might happen versus something might not? It seems like around this group right now it's fairly stable, and maybe there's not quite the thought of a big move coming.
yeah, honestly, one thing I feel like every year it's the same thing throughout the league. You're kind of like, it's been a quiet deadline, and then boom. And then now we're looking around, and every team was kind of waiting for that first one. It's like when you're in high school and you're waiting on that first offer, and once you get the first one, next thing you know, here's 11 more. And so I think for us, it's just, continue to come to work every day, be present, control what you can control, and let the chips fall when they may.
Just looking ahead to tonight, it's such a fun sort of competition. You guys always have a good rivalry with Sacramento. What are these games like? I know personnel-wise it's going to look a little different for them, but what is it like for you to play this team?
It's exciting. It's always had close games. There's games where you get up for as an NBA player. These are one of them, especially because of the fact that we play them 4 times. It's for a tiebreaker, what it means, having home court advantage. If we ever tie it up in the standings, getting that extra seating above them, all those small things come into play later on. And it's great to have this opportunity now. One, just to compete, no matter who it is, but also the personnel that they have now, and as well as that they did have, I think our teams just matched up really well and just created great basketball games.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nickeil. Appreciate it.